All right, welcome, amazing, powerful, melanated, genius people to Black Future Fest, the inaugural Black Future Fest, live in person. Thank y'all so much for your time, your energy. Before we get started, according to West African traditions, of course, we need to ask permission from an elder in the room, 55 years and above. I see one elder. Boom. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Do we have your permission to continue?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. I'll say thank you. Thank you. Now, because this is Black Future Fest, and we are also intentionally coming together to build a future that some of us won't be alive for, but others in this room will be alive for, we need to ask permission for the youth. Do we have your permission to continue and intentionally build a future that would be better for you? Thank you. Ashe. Ashe. So my name is Devon Travell. We'll get into a little bit more introductions later on, but I wanted to start us off with a couple shared words, shared definitions, and shared language that we'll be using all throughout this experience. You'll hear it in many different sessions by many different people. I just want to make sure that you are on the same page, same frequency when you hear these words. All right, so first off, when we talk about Black or the African diaspora, we're talking about all members of the African family tree who have been forcefully or willfully dispersed from the continent or that remain on the continent. All right, so this is Puerto Rico, this is Ghana, this is Cuba, this is Oakland, this is LA, this is Moreno Valley, right? This is Houston, Texas, this is Jamaica, this is Dominican Republic. Anyone, did I miss anyone's home country? Nigeria, London, Guyana, Trinidad, Tobago, yes. Senegal, Paris, come on. Canada, right? Everywhere on this, Eritrea, Ethiopia, come on. The entire continent, the entire world is what we're talking about here. All right, thank you. The Congo, yes, I'll say, come on. All right, some more words that we're taking specifically from West Africa, Ghana to be specific, Ago. Can someone let us know what Ago means? You can read it from the slide or you can say it from your heart. Lend me your ears. So you'll hear that if it gets energetic in a workshop room. Later on, we'll be playing Black Wall Street, the board game, where I'll know it'll get very energetic. When we want your attention, someone will say, Ago. And the response to Ago is Ame. All right, can someone tell us what Ame means? I got you, right? You have my attention, all right? So that is a call and response, all right? So Ago. Amen. Perfect. And then the last one, Ashe, all right, which means, and so it is. Bet, period, 100%, right? All that, Ashe. Future, the realm of unlimited possibilities and dreams we work to make a reality. All right, the future is always in front of us. You're never going to get to the future, but it's about working to make it a reality. All right, and the youth, y'all gave us permission to build that powerful future for y'all today. So throughout these workshops, we need your wisdom, we need your voice, we need what you want the future to look like as well. All right. And then lastly, Afrofuturism, a cultural aesthetic or a look, a vibe, a mindset, and a form of expression that places the Black or African diaspora not only in the future, but in a position of power and agency, right? Because robots are in the future, trees are in the future. We don't want to just be in the future. We want to be in positions of power. And what does power mean to y'all? The ability to control your reality, control, self-mastery, self-realization, possibility, self-sufficiency, resilience, and making waves. And power is also the ability to influence others, right? So agency is the ability to influence and control yourself. Power is influence to others, right? So Afrofuturism is about both having power within ourselves to be able to influence other people, and then also agency for our own self-sufficiency and self-realization. Ashe? All right. Any questions on these shared words. So I want to keep us forward. We have some amazing members of the team that have worked hard, some long calls, some morning calls, right? Remixing plans. So if you are on the Black Future Fest team, if I can have y'all go ahead and come to the front, we'll introduce ourselves. If you can say the role that you played within Black Future Fest, that you will play within Black Future Fest, and then of course represent your organization.
With Power Athletics, ran into Devon through Ron, Right brother. As you can see, everything is intentful, down to the images, down to, you know, everything that we're bringing today is intentful. And I love that, you know, his focus is the future and a collaborative future, not just us by ourselves.
I'll say. Thank you, Paul.
I'm Jamila. I'm the CEO and founder of Wellness with Jamila. I met Devon actually at one of my workshops. We did mental health and athletes. Thank you for coming to that. And I've been working aside with Brandon to work on just bringing in collaboration.
Everyone, my name is Sinclair Walker.
The Queen!
If you hear him say the Queen, generally he's probably speaking about me. I am Director of Operations for Play Black Wall Street. We'll be hosting the Black Wall Street session later on this evening or this afternoon. And I also just generally serve as like logistics for today. So if you ever need questions about where to go, lunch, I got you.
Hello everyone, my name is Delton Walker. I've known Devon seems like his whole life. Go way back, way back. But I'm here to help and support my son and his wife doing their thing and help with the execution.
It is not taboo to go back and receive what is at risk of being lost. All right, so the Sankofa bird is a bird that's flying forward while it is looking backwards, protecting an egg as well. All right, so it's protecting the future, protecting the future generation while it's moving towards the future, but looking towards the past. So there were a couple organizations, a couple movements, a couple people that wanted to root us in what we're doing today. All right, so Ida B. Wells, who lost some of her family members in 1892, and then co-founded the National Association for Colored Women in 1896 in order to create an anti-lynching movement. And later on, she also helped co-found the NAACP with W.E.B. Du Bois. We got Dr. Carter G. Woodson, who met at a YMCA in Chicago with a group of educators, a group of individuals, and then in 1915 co-founded the Association for the Study of Negro Life. And then in 1926 started Negro History Week, which today is called what? All right, Black History Month. All right, but again, it started in a YMCA in Chicago with a small group of people. And now over 100 years later, we're still celebrating Black History Month. We got Kwame Nkrumah, who formed the Convention People's Party in 1949. And you hear people already clapping because he was responsible for leading the group that led Ghana to be the first independent nation in the sub-Saharan Africa. All right, this is 1957. So we want to bring that spirit of independence and Pan-Africanism inside this space. And when we talk about power, we of course have to bring in Huey P. Newton, who attended Merritt College with Bobby Seale in 1966 and helped co-found the Black Panther Party of Self-Defense. But you notice, each of these people worked with the group, right? They co-founded an association, they co-founded a party. None of these people accomplished what they did by themselves, and all of them are still revered, still recognized, still celebrated today, all right? This is the group of people right here. In 100 years, we might be on some of these slides talking about what the Black future looks like, all right? How many of y'all have your own business in here? You have your own nonprofit in here. All right, beautiful. So those are things that we maybe want to uplift, network with each other, and see how we can build that bright future. So Black Future Month started off as a visionary extension of Black History Month, not to separate it, not to compete with it. Black History Month is in February, Black Future Month is in June. And it's a time to celebrate, to innovate, to imagine the possibilities for the African diaspora. We've been doing this type of workshop, these type of experiences virtual since 2019. The first speaking engagement was actually at Chaffey College with Dr. Donna Calandris in 2019. where she brought me out right after I wrote the book, Black Future Month. And we've been doing it online. Brother Josiah's been a part of the conversations online. Ms. Williams been a part of the conversations online. The Queen has been a part of every conversation online, right? We've had Jaia help with some of the content online. And now finally, after 6 years of being digital, 6 years of being virtual, we wanted to be here in the flesh with y'all. All right, so very, very excited for the inaugural Black Future, folks. All right, 7 principles that you'll see throughout the day. First, these are all Ndinkra symbols, just like Sankofa, coming from West Africa, okay? So first we have Nyame Dua, a symbol of God's presence and protection. No matter what God you believe in, what universal power you believe in, we are moving forward with there is that universal power that protects us, that guides us, and is always present. Next, Ado Nya Finquine. Those led by love will what? Never lose their way. You stay with a positive intention, you stay with love for yourself, love for the community, you can never go wrong. Ashe? Next, we have Korunti Ne Akwumu, a symbol of democracy, sharing ideas and taking counsel. Right? Like Brother Brandon, Brother Franklin said earlier, all the decisions were made as a group. Right? We had that council of Black Future Fest to make the decisions, to make this experience for you all. And as we move forward, youth in this space, you are now a part of that council. We need your voice, we need your wisdom. Next, one of my favorite, Okuofopa, a symbol of diligence, hard work, and entrepreneurship. All right, raise your hand if you think you deserve a raise at your 9 to 5 because you work hard. I'll say. All right, raise your hand again for our entrepreneurs in the building. I'll say. All right, so Okuofopa, that's your symbol. Next, we have Dame Dame, a symbol of intelligence, ingenuity, and strategy. All right, we are not here in 2025 on this continent living the life that we are living on accident. It was strategic, not for our benefit. That's how some of us are here. So we need that same strategy to build the Black future, or a different strategy actually, to build that strong Black future. Next, UAC in Kenya, a symbol of technological advancement. Right, we need to be building our own AI models, our own virtual reality universities, our own board games, video games. How do we build our own technology that's for us, by us? Shout out to my FUBU generation in here. All right. And then lastly, Abe Dua, a symbol of wealth, resourcefulness, and self-sufficiency. All right, that is the goal. The goal is for this whole room to be wealthy, to be prosperous, and to be self-sufficient within our own communities. Ashe? Ashe. All right. So we do have some powerful speakers that we're talking about some of these things. All right. If you're speaking today, go ahead, raise your hand. Where you at? There we go. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I'll have the speakers introduce themselves in a short second, but here's the schedule at a glance. If you haven't downloaded already, you can get the full event program right there, where you can see all the rooms, all the breakouts, times, speaker profiles, all that good stuff is right there. If you click on the sponsorship logos, it'll take you to their websites. And because of security, every time you click on a link, Canva will be like, hey, you're about to leave Canva. Are you sure you want to go to an external site? You can say, yes, I'm sure. Continue. All right. Nothing weird is in there for you. Workshop number 1 will be with Dr. Damian Daniely. You mind giving them a short introduction of what they might experience in your workshop?
What's up, y'all? Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Excellent. So I'm going to be talking about hip hop pedagogy. Basically, we need to think about remixing our educational systems, right? I get them interested in the work that they're doing, and they're excited about education. But the most important thing about it is there are 2 types of education, right? There's the standard education you get at your institutions, and then the self-education that you bring to yourself. And so we're going to be talking about that using a hip hop lens.
Elena, can you give them a short introduction of what they'll be learning?
Sure. So I mentioned earlier, we're talking about mental health. I'm an integrative therapist. My focus is really on trauma, how to navigate and heal trauma in real time, and bringing that also, whether you're in the field or the court, and how to navigate stress, what's the difference between healthy pressure, toxic stress, and being able to manage that on day-to-day, not just through an athletic lens, but also bridging that in an academic lens as well.
Good morning. My name is Josiah Greer, and I'm just looking forward to having some great conversations with some amazing panelists. And feel free to ask questions. I do have some questions already for the panelists, but if you have some questions, we'd love to hear them because I want to create a conversation about what the future looks like, and it requires your input as well too, because we're building it for each other.
Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Maya Williams. I am an African-centered educator who uses society, culture, and anthropology to dig up the solutions for our learning. And so what we're going to be doing is having an African-centered lesson plan on love today, Akoma. And so yeah, join me if you want to learn a little bit more about love, yourself, community, family, God, from an African-centered perspective.
Morning. Morning. My name is Dr. Augustine Okusun, ex-professional basketball player, healthcare executive. I'm a doctor of healthcare administration. I met this gentleman here 3 years ago, I believe. Immediately there was synergy there.
I put you aside for an interview. I was like, hey,
this side, it's like we have to talk. We spoke briefly, and there was, like I said, there was synergy there, and we kept in contact. I'm going to be speaking today on reimagining possibilities. Not imagine them. I'm going to speak more on what the verbiage reimagine, what that really stands for. Just reimagining possibilities, what you can do, and how you can have a future that you can be proud of. But key word in doing what you can do means looking at it from a framework of the requirements. Things are not going to fall in your lap. It didn't fall in my lap for me. I had to work hard. I had to do what was necessary. So I'm going to use my life experience, a lot of things I've learned to try to inspire you guys. My own nonprofit called Corporate. I'm also a C-suite and executive level leader at Kaiser Permanente. And I'm just trying to bring as much value as I can to inspire the future and, from both an athletic standpoint and what I'm doing right now in healthcare. Thank you. I've been to so many of these conferences where I speak and hear people give their presentations. I want to acknowledge something that you did that maybe not everyone really understood. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but I just want to acknowledge it. I was born in Africa, in the western part of Africa, in Nigeria primarily. What he did in the beginning, where he needed permission from the elders to get this going, is so powerful that I'll be remiss if I don't speak to it. Respect is everything in life. And him giving the elders the permission to, if you guys said no, this is not happening, we're out of here. We're not doing this. So respect, as a young man, you gotta look at it that from that standpoint that this is everything. Without that, you are nothing. You gotta give respect to people, especially elders. That's number one. So that's a big takeaway. So I just want to speak to that. It's so powerful that you did that, and I want to acknowledge you for doing that. Thank you.